Morning class again. Today again, we will continue with the Gupta dynasty. Alright. See, you better come front. See, why is it so far? Here. See, what is this for? Science and tech. Okay. Our topic is science and technology. Science and technology. We'll write a short note here. Science and technology. We're going very deep inside. We're going very deep inside history now because NBC is going to be very tough. The mains and all, right? And if you start from the mains, I don't think there is much to study in the brilliance. So this is the best time. And this is the last topic in ancient India. Major topic, right? This is the last. So we'll see. Here, be very careful. So let's write a short note. Let's write down the topic is science and tech. I hope some might come again, no? Came up. A new result is out. Great. Graduation it's out. If there's anyone you can suggest here, alright. 1 year course, we're going to keep again. One last page we will start by the end of this month. First week of August, we will start with one last course. And for you, this will be your year. Okay, we're expecting this year. Many of you. October last week? Yes? Just like it's a marriage day, alright? October last week. One fine Saturday, you'll get just 2 hours. 2 hours, 100 question. Just come in. 2 hours, 100 question. Yeah, and if you are somehow well versed with the syllabus, okay, anything is possible. Anything is possible. See, 22 years old, PDO. 25 years old, an ESC. So this is the time we have to invest. This is the time we have to invest. Okay, the topic is science and technology. Yes, go by the first bench. Yes, here. Science and technology. So please start. The Gupta period is marked by significant advancement in mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, and medicine. The Gupta period is marked by significant advancement in mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, and medicine. Metallurgy. The Gupta period is marked by significant advancement in mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, and medicine. Gupta period invented zero and a decimal system. Gupta period invented zero and the decimal system. Gupta period invented zero and the decimal system. The understanding of the spherical earth rotating on its axis. Gupta period invented zero and the decimal system. The understanding of the spherical earth rotation on its axis. Okay, the understanding of the spherical earth rotating on its axis, etc. The roots of Indian mathematics, the roots. Yes, coming. The roots of Indian mathematics can be traced to Shobha Sutra. The roots of Indian mathematics can be traced to the Shobha Sutras. The roots of Indian mathematics can be traced to the Shilpa Sutra. The Shilpa Sutra were manuals for the preparation. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals. The Shilpa Sutra were the manuals. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals for the preparation of the site. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals for the preparation of the site where Vedic sacrificial rituals were to be performed, and they laid the foundations of geometry. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals for the preparation of the site where Vedic sacrificial rituals were to be performed, and they laid the foundations of geometry. And they laid the foundations of geometry. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals for the preparation of the site where Vedic sacrificial rituals were to be performed, and they laid the foundations of geometry. The Shilpa Sutras were the manuals for the preparation of the site where Vedic sacrificial rituals were to be performed, and they laid the foundations of geometry. I think that it is clear? Shilpa Sutra. So something to do with maths. The four major Shilpa Sutras. The four major Shilpa Sutras, which were mathematically the most significant, the four major Shilpa Sutras, which were mathematically the most significant, are those composed by the four major Shilpa Sutras, which were mathematically the most significant, are those composed by Bautayana, Manava, Apastamba, and Katyayana. That means these are the four famous mathematicians. The four major Shilpa Sutras, which were mathematically the most significant, are those composed by Bautayana, Manava, Apastamba, and Katyayana. Okay. Aryabhata I, the father of algebra. Aryabhata I, the father of algebra, wrote Aryabhatiya, and Aryabhata Sitanda. Aryabhata I wrote Aryabhatiya and Aryabhata Sitanda. And Aryabhata is known as the father of algebra. Too important, right? He wrote Aryabhata Sitanda and Aryabhatiya. He was the first to discover that the earth rotates on its axis. And the first to invent zero. He was the first to discover that the earth rotates on its axis. And the first to invent zero. He was the first to discover that the earth rotates axis and first to invent? Zero. Aryabhata was the first to discover that the earth rotated on its axis and the first to invent zero. He found out the sine functions. He found out the sine. He found out the sine functions. He found out the sine functions and used them in astronomy. And used them in astronomy. And laid the foundation of trigonometry. He found out the sine functions and used them in astronomy and laid foundations of trigonometry. He found out the sine functions and used them in astronomy and laid the foundations of trigonometry. He also wrote Surya Sitanda. 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 Okay, next important astronomer. Bhaskara. He wrote Lilavata. Bhaskara too, he wrote Lilavati. Varaha Mihira. Bhaskara too, he wrote Lilavata. This was asked in IS exam. Bhaskara too, he wrote Lilavati. These are all part of science in Lego, right? Varaha Mihira, he wrote Panchasitanda. Panchasitanda Tika and Brihat Samhita. Alright. Varaha Mihira, he wrote Panchasitanda and Brihat Samhita. Varaha Mihira, he wrote Panchasitanda and Brihat Samhita. Brihat Samhita. Varaha Mihira, he wrote Panchasitanda and Brihat Samhita. Vakpata, he wrote Ashtanga, Hridaya, and Ashtanga Sangraha. Vakpata, he wrote Ashtanga Hridaya, Ashtanga Sangraha. Vakpata. Mahavira, he wrote Kanidasara. Sangraha. Kanidasara Sangraha. Mahavira, he wrote Kanidasara Sangraha. Mahavira, he wrote Kanidasara Sangraha. Maharishi Palakapya, he wrote Hasya Yorvita. Maharishi Palakapya, he wrote Hasya Yorvita. Shusruta wrote Shushruta Samhita. Which deals with surgery. Too important. Father of surgery, okay. In India. Shusruta is also father of surgery in India. Shushruta, he wrote Shushruta Samhita. Maharishi Palakapya wrote Hasya Yorvita. This is art and architecture for you. Alright. Sorry, this is science and technology for you. Next topic will be the society. The society in general. Okay, here please write down. During the Gupta period, the caste system became deeply rigid. During the Gupta period, the caste system became too rigid. The Brahmins gained significant power. The Brahmins gained significant power. During the Gupta period, the caste system became deeply rigid. The Brahmins gained significant power. The Kshatriyas maintained their traditional roles as wearers and rulers. The Vaishya merchants and traders. Alright. The Kshatriyas maintained their traditional roles as wearers and rulers. The Kshatriyas maintained their traditional roles as wearers and rulers. The Vaishyas, merchants and traders. The Vaishyas, merchants and traders, that means they're businessmen. Alright, the Vaishyas, merchants and traders played a crucial role in expanding economy, participating in trade networks that connected India to other parts of the world. The Kshatriyas maintained their traditional roles as wearers and rulers. The Vaishyas, merchants and traders played a crucial role in expanding economy. Played a crucial role in expanding economy, participating in trade networks. Participating in trade networks that connected India to other parts of the world. Women positions in Gupta period. Women positions in Gupta period was mostly confined to family life. Women positions in Gupta period were mostly confined to family life, with education and independence largely restricted. Women positions in Gupta period was significantly confined to family life, with education and independence largely restricted. That means they don't have a very good life, right? The women in general the position was only to be a housewife, family life with education and independence largely restricted. That means education was not that given to women in general. And your independence were restricted. Next point. Practices such as dowry, early marriage, sati system became prominent. Practices such as dowry, early marriage, sati system became prominent. These were some of the social evils which was in existence during the Gupta period. And the first sati system was found in the year 510 in a place called Iran, in present-day Madhya Pradesh. Too important. The first practice of sati system was found in the year 1510 during the Gupta period in a place called Iran, present-day Madhya Pradesh. This was asked in NPSC prelims. Where we were to find the study system for the first time in the Gupta period. In a place called Iran in present-day Madhya Pradesh. 510 80. 510 80. 510 80. The untouchables face severe discrimination. The untouchables, that means the fourth class people, right? The untouchables face severe social discrimination and were subjected to perform manual works. Manual works. That means just, see, you have to do the manual works. Alright. The untouchables face severe social discriminations and were subjected to performing manual works. Now the topic is art and architecture. Art and architecture. Art and architecture. Please write down. Gupta period marked the beginning of the temple architecture. The Gupta period marks the beginning of temple architecture. These temples were made in architectural style known as the Nagara. Known as the Nagara. Known as the Nagara. These temples were made in the architectural style known as Nagara, in which generally flat roof square temples were built. These temples were made in the architectural style known as the Nagara, in which generally flat roof square temples were built. These temples were made in the architectural styles known as the Nagara, in which generally flat roof square temples were built. These temples were made in the architectural styles known as the Nagara, in which generally flat roof square temples were built. The inspiration of the themes for sculpture was drawn from Hindus, Buddhist, Jain traditions. The inspiration of the themes for sculpture was drawn from Hindus, Buddhist, Jain traditions. Sculpture. The inspiration of the themes for sculpture. The inspiration of the themes for sculpture was drawn from the Hindus, Buddhist, and Jain tradition. It includes images of the avatars. It includes images of the avatars. It includes images of the avatars like boar, man, lion, turf, Vasudeva, Krishna, etc. The inspiration of the themes for sculpture was drawn from the Hindu, Buddhist, Jain traditions. It includes images of the avatars such as the boar, man, lion, Vasudeva, Krishna, etc. The cave architecture of this period is almost entirely Buddhist. The cave architecture of this period is almost entirely Buddhist. Gupta period produced remarkable stone and bronze Buddha. The cave architecture of this period is almost entirely Buddhist. Gupta period produced remarkable stone and bronze Buddha. Gupta period produced remarkable stone and bronze Buddha. The cave architecture of this period is almost entirely Buddhist. Gupta period produced remarkable stone and bronze Buddha. Sculptures are found in Nalanda. Sculptures are found in Nalanda, Mathura, Sarnath, Achinda, Nagarjuna Kunda, and Paharpur. Achinda. Sculptures are found in Nalanda, Mathura, Sarnath, Achinda, Paharpur, and Nagarjuna Kunda. Next, Gupta art and architecture are marked by deep spiritual undertones. Gupta art and architecture are marked by deep spiritual undertones. Gupta art and architectures are marked by deep spiritual undertones. They reflect the religions and philosophical beliefs of the time, particularly those of the Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta art and architecture are marked by deep spiritual undertones. They reflect the religious and philosophical beliefs of the time, particularly those of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta art and architecture are marked by deep spiritual undertones. They reflect the religious and philosophical beliefs of the time, particularly those of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. They reflect the religious and philosophical beliefs of the time, particularly those of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta sculptor perfectly balanced naturalism and idealist human beings. Gupta sculptors perfectly balance naturalism and idealist human beings. Gupta sculptor perfectly balance naturalism and idealist human beings. Gupta artists used sandstone, bronze, terracotta for their sculpture. Gupta sculptors perfectly balance naturalism and idealist human being. Gupta sculptors perfectly balance naturalism and idealist human being. Gupta artists used sandstone, bronze, terracotta for their sculptures. Gupta artists used sandstone, bronze, terracotta. And terracotta means the clay. Okay, terracotta means the clay. The Gupta artists used the sandstone, bronze, terracotta for their sculpture. Gupta architecture saw the emergence of distant temple designs. Gupta architecture saw the emergence of distant temple designs, introducing essential architectural elements like the shikara in the garbhagriha. Gupta architecture saw the emergence of distant temple designs, introducing essential architectural elements like shikara and garbhagriha. Like the shikara. Shikara means a temple architecture, okay, if you see the dictionary. Just like an entrance. And also garbhagriha. Gupta architecture saw the emergence of distant temple designs, introducing essential architectural elements like the shikara and the garbhagriha. Okay, next point. The Gupta sculptors are known for their soft, naturalistic modeling of human figures, emphasizing elegance and grace. The Gupta sculptors are known for their soft, naturalistic modeling of human figures, emphasizing elegance and grace. Elegance and grace. The Gupta sculptors are known for their soft, naturalistic modeling of human figures, emphasizing elegance and grace. Gupta sculptures often depict religious and spiritual themes from Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta sculptors often depict religious and spiritual themes from Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta sculptors often depict religious and spiritual themes from Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Gupta sculptors often depict religious and spiritual themes from Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. The Gupta rulers supported Brahmanism. And Gupta sculptor saw the emergence of images of Vishnu, Shiva, and Durga, and other Hindu gods. The Gupta rulers supported Brahmanism. And Gupta sculptors saw the emergence of images of Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, and other Hindu gods. The Gupta rulers supported Brahmanism, and Gupta sculptor saw the emergence of images of Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, and other Hindu gods. Mathura School of Art is heavily influenced by Gupta sculptors. Mathura School of Art is heavily influenced by the Gupta sculptors. Mathura art. This is interpretation. Alright. Mathura art is heavily influenced by the Gupta sculptor. We will take 10 minutes break. Alright. Full 10 minutes break. 10 to 15 minutes break. This is the hardest one. Alright. Actually, this is the hardest one. You like the topic or not? This is the hard one. Just clean that somehow. It should be integrated. Right, they say don't sit. These are some of the art and architecture of the Gupta period. On one side is the temple, and the location is on the right side. Okay, Dasavadara temple located at Diugar, Vidarakon temple located at Kanpur, Udayagiri temple located at Dispur, temple number 7 is Sanji, Madhya Pradesh, Vishnu temple, Tigarwa is in Madhya Pradesh, Tamek Stupa temple is in Madhya, and it's in Uttar Pradesh. Shiva temple, Umara, Madhya Pradesh, Nakana, Kudara temple in Madhya Pradesh. So you can mention this, right? It might come for 50 marks or so, 50 marks. So you cannot memorize everything, right? Everything you cannot memorize, but memorize some, just 2, 3. But know the location, where it is located. Where it is located, right? Next is religion. Next is religion. The topic is religion. Bhagavatism related to the worship of Vishnu. The topic is religion. And under the religion, Bhagavatism. Bhagavatism related to the worship of Vishnu became the most important religion during the Gupta period. Bhagavatism related to the worship of the Vishnu. Tantrism was another popular religion that was existent. Tantrism was another popular religion that was existent. Idol worship was in Gaman. Idol worship was also another common worship during the Gupta period. Tantrism, Bhagavatism, idol worship. Okay, one more point. Guptas were devout of Hindus because the Guptas are Indians, alright? Guptas were devout of Hindus but allowed a policy of tolerance towards other religion. Guptas were devout of Hindus. Most probably they worship Hindus, right? Alright, Indians, so Hindus, but allowed a policy of tolerance towards other religion. Guptas were devout of Hindus. Guptas were devout of Hindus but allowed a policy of tolerance towards other religion. Bhagavatism, Tantrism, idol worship were the most important worship. But Bhagavatism related to the worship of Vishnu. That means Vishnu is their most important god during the Gupta period. So that is religion, society, art and culture, architecture, science and technology, literature I mentioned yesterday. The ending is the downfall. Why is the golden age came to an end, right? There should be some reason. So let's see the reason. The causes for the decline of the Gupta Empire. Causes for the decline of the Gupta Empire. Number 1. Weak successors of Skandagupta. Weak successors of Skandagupta. Weak successors of Skandagupta. Number 2. Invasion of Huns. Second reason is invasion of Huns. We all know the Huns are too powerful from Central Asia. Huns have come to India and they have destroyed the Gupta dynasty. Invasion of Huns. Another reason for its decline. And the Huns have destroyed the Gupta dynasty completely. They are powerful. Okay, they are coming from Central Asia. Huns are a race from Central Asia. And on top of that, no powerful king as Chandragupta or Samaragupta, no, right? A weak successor of Skandagupta. After Skandagupta, no powerful king. Next, third reason. Internal conflicts within the Gupta ruler weakened the central authority. Internal conflicts within the Gupta ruler weakened the central authority. And this gave a very good advantage for enemies to fight against them. Internal conflicts within the Gupta ruler weakened the central authority. And this gives a very good advantage, for enemies to fight against them. Internal conflicts within the Gupta ruler weakened the central authority. And this gives a very good advantage for enemies to fight against them. Internal conflicts within the Gupta ruler weakened the central authority. And this gives a very good advantage for enemies to fight against them. That means internal conflicts. Nobody. See, actually we are all Indians, right? We are all Hindus, but they were against one another. I want to be the most powerful person. Usually you want to be the most powerful person, right? So this is the worst thing, wherever it is. Internal conflicts is too dangerous within our family. So we will not never move forward. Last point. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. Another factor which brought ruin. Ruin means it destroyed the city, right? Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. After Kumara Gupta, the succession to the throne was always disputed. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. Another factor which brought ruin to the Gupta rulers was their own internal disagreement. After Kumara Gupta, the succession to the throne was always disputed. After Kumara Gupta, the succession to the throne was always disputed. After Kumara Gupta, the succession to the throne was always disputed. And after the death of Puru Gupta, the rival princes of the family of Skanda Gupta and Puru Gupta fought against themselves, and the empire was divided. Thus the mighty empire came to an end. After Kumara Gupta, the succession to the throne was always disputed. And after the death of Puru Gupta, the rival princes of the family of Skanda Gupta and Puru Gupta fought against themselves, and the empire was divided. Thus the mighty empire came to an end. And after the death of Puru Gupta, the rival princes of the family of Skanda Gupta and Puru Gupta fought against themselves, and the empire was divided. Thus the mighty empire came to an end. And thus the mighty empire came to an end. We will take another 15 minutes break. Alright. This is the end of the journey. Tomorrow I will give you holiday, alright? Tomorrow you have to study all this. Saturday is a test. So tomorrow is holiday. Tomorrow is holiday for you. You relax at home, you study. Alright. And Saturday at 10 sharp, we will start with the test. And 10 sharp. Alright, it's a must. We will have a very tough road over here. We have all talked with your unions, no? Right? We will have a very tough road. Just like, this is too strict. This is a very strict one, Saturday. We'll test you. It's okay, you might score very less. Try your best. This is just the starting. It's a descriptive. We'll give you 2 carbon paper, 4 questions. Alright. You select any 4 out of the 5. I might give you what was the causes for the decline of the Mauryan Empire. or might be discuss the causes for the decline of the investment aid, civilizations, or might be discuss some of the major activities of King Ashoka. Ashoka, the greatest king of India. Support your answer. 15 marks. You see? Anywhere. Okay, the question can come from anywhere. But if you can finish the syllabus, I think there is something. If you finish the syllabus, no, this is easier actually. And from any angle you can answer. For NBC, they might put some answering is not wrong. When it comes to UBC syllabus, no. So this is the more important. It's much easier. Compared with the NBC, it's much easier. And now we are going to serve. See, take example. In this age of technology, it is very hard to serve. Alright, that is why they are going the hard question. That is why they are coming up with the hard questions. Okay. Gupta is over. Alright. The major dynasty is over now. So lastly, I will end up with a small minor dynasty of this ancient India. Gupta is the most mature dynasty. Gupta, Mauryan. We have two dynasties only. Gupta and Maurya. Go very deep inside that. Whatever I have given you, please study all those. You cannot select from here. Okay. If you select from there, you'll never get this exam. Alright. Whatever I keep, okay, this is more enough. You can trace on here. You don't need to study everything. But if you want to add any more, okay, possible. You can add that. But if you select from here, it is not possible for you to break. Okay, MPC, this is big. It's a tough one. And whatever you have to study, Indus Valley. I'm going to move one question in Indus Valley. Alright, Indus Valley, the features. It might be the culture, it might be the society, it might be the what's first? Decline? Yes. Or might be the discovery of discuss some of the major materials which was discovered in the Indus Valley civilization. Anybody can study and you can write. Okay, right after the downfall of the Gupta dynasty, again, no dynasty is able to maintain as strong as the Gupta. So a small minor dynasty is going to come. Haryanga, a small dynasty which came up in the North India. Balabas in present day Andhra Pradesh, South India, and Chalukyas has so many branches. Chalukya rules over Gujarat also. West India also, South India also, and even East India. But see, just remember Chalukyas, right? Chalukyas is so many branches. And this will never go very deep here because this is a minor dynasty. This is a minor dynasty. So I will just end up with a bullet form. Okay, I will just give you a bullet form where you can get at least 2 marks. They will never ask an essay here. They will never ask an essay here. So remember, we will first start with Haryanga. Haryanga dynasty, they have a capital city, Tanishwar. Tanishwar is in present day Haryana. They have a capital city, Haryana. Tanishwar is in Haryana. Haryanga dynasty, they have a capital city at Tanishwar, which is in present day Haryana. Please write down. This dynasty ruled from 550 AD till 647 AD. This dynasty ruled from 550 AD till the 647 AD. Alright. And this dynasty was founded by Pushya Bhuti. 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 This will never be asked. Okay, Pushya Bhuti is never going to be asked. But here we will discuss about one important king, King Harsha. Two important. Harshavardhana is the name of the king which we are going to study. The greatest king of the North India. Those days, okay, the post-Gupta. King Harsha, who ruled from 606 till 6 47. This is the man which has been asked in NBSC or NSSP also, even in UPSC. It's a small topic, but they are very much concerned about this man, King Harshavardhana, who rose from North India, king of the North India, known as Sakala Dharupatishvara. Since he is the king of the North India, he is known as Sakalodara Padishwara, which means the king of the whole North India. Sakalodara Padishwara. Sakalodara Padishwara. He is known as the Sakalodara Padishwara, which means Lord of the entire whole North India. Lord of the whole North India. Sakalodara Padishwara. Sakalodara Padishwara. Which means the Lord of the whole North India. Right. So in the North India, he is too powerful. No one can defeat him in the North India. That is why he is too powerful. Remember, King Harsha was too powerful in the North India. So once he wants to go to the South India. Alright. Since he has already captured North India, he wants to go to the North India. But in the South India, for the first and the only time he was defeated is by King Polkishan II. Only once he was defeated in the South India. When he tries to enter the South India, penetrate the South India, he was defeated by Polkishan II. And who is this Polkishan II? A Jalopia king. The greatest Jalopia king. That is why we are going to discuss Jalopia, only for this reason. It was Polkishan II who was the greatest king of the Jalopias who defeated him once when he tries to go inside South India. Polkishan II. Polkishan II. Polkishan II. Alright. Sakalodara Padishwara. And his administration was based on decentralization. Even though he was too powerful, he will give more power to his subordinates. Too important. Harsha administration is based on decentralization. Please write down that. King Harsha administration is based on decentralization. King Harsha administration is based on decentralization. King Harsha administration is based on decentralizations. King Harsha organized the Ganush assembly in the year 643 AD in order to popularize the Mahayana sect of Buddhism. That shows that he is a follower of Mahayana sect of Buddhism. Ganush assembly, very important. Why have he organized the Ganush assembly in the year 643? To popularize the Mahayana sect of Buddhism. The Ganush assembly. He was not only a king, he was also a poet. So he wrote these three important books: Nakananda, Priyadarshika, and Ratnavali. Alright, these are the three important books written by him. Not only a king, but a poet: Nakananda, Priyadarshini, and Ratnavali. These are the three important books written by him. He was not only a king, he was a famous poet. Okay, next point. His empire included whole of North India, Ganges Valley, as far as Assam. as well as Assam. Assam was also under his rule. Entire North India, Ganges Valley, that means where does the river Ganges go? Right? From North India, that means from Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, everything. And even up to Assam. King Harsha, even up to Assam. Assam, Bengal is an entire whole North India. And we all know the famous traveler Fahin. Fahin, the famous Chinese traveler, came to the court of King Harsha to important. King Fahin visited two important kings. You know who was the king? It was Fahin, right? The Chinese pilgrim. A person who is coming for a religious purpose. The Chinese pilgrim, Fahin, stayed in the court of King Harsha. One more, another person. Harsha was the king who was visited by King Fahin, right? Another one more. Chandragupta II. Kalidasa in Fahin came to the court of Chandragupta II. Two important. We all know Kalidasa we have discussed, right? Who came to the court of Chandragupta II? The Gupta king. One more, Fahin. Fahin also came to the court of Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II. Okay. Panna. Panna was his court point. Panna is the official court point of King Harsha. And he's the man who wrote Kadambari and Harsharita for him. Panna, his court point, has wrote two important books for him. Panna wrote Kadambari and Harsharita. This is the two books written for him. Kadambari and Harsharita. So this is King Harsha for you. Why is so famous? Sakalodara Parishwara. That means entire king of the north whole India. Entire North India is under his control. Kanush, he captured Kanush. But his capital city is at Tanishwar. Tanishwar. So this is a very small topic but too famous. And his administration is based on decentralization. Alright. So remember, this is a small topic which you have to remember. Some important books written by him. And he was also defeated by one king in the South India known as Polkishan II. Polkishan II. These are minor dynasty but very important person. One question is short. UPC, NPC, and SSB also. Alright, one question is short. Very small but very effective. We will go to the South India. Firstly, we will discuss Pallavas. Pallavas. Pallavas ruled from 4th century AD till the 9th century AD. Pallavas ruled from 4th century AD till the 9th century AD. And their capital city is Kanchipuram. And it was Shimha Vishnu who is the founder of the Pallavas dynasty. Shimha Vishnu is the founder of the Pallavas dynasty. And their capital city is Kanchipuram. Shri Mahavishnu is the founder of the Pallavas dynasty. Next is Mahindra Varman. Mahindra Varman. Mahindra Varman I. He introduced the cave temple of architecture. Cave temple of architecture. He introduced the cave temple of architecture. What? In India, that is why he's so famous. Mahindra Varman is the son of Vishnu. Mother Vidasa Rahasana. Which means the delight of the drunkards. Mahindra Varman I is the son of Vishnu. Why he is so famous in India? Because he introduced cave temple of architecture. On top of that, he wrote a very important book known as Madhara Vidasa Rahasana, which means the light of the drunkards. It's a very important book written by him. Madhara Vidasa Rahasana, which means the delight of the drunkards. It's a very important book written by him. Mahindra Varman. Narasimha Varman I, the next king. He was the son of Mahindra Varman I, and he's the greatest king of the Pallavas. The greatest king of the Pallavas. And remember, Henzam, another Chinese pilgrimage, another Chinese, a person who is coming for religious purpose, came to his court in the year 642 AD. Henzam, alright, Henzam, 642 AD. Henzam, another Chinese pilgrimage. So remember, Narasimha Varman I is going to be us because he's the greatest king and he's the son of Mahindra Varman I. Just remember the greatest king, Narasimha Varman I. Next is Narasimha Varman II. Narasimha Varman II. Short temple at Mamalapura, Kalishnara temple at Kanchi. These are the two temples constructed by Narasimha Brahmantu. These are the two temples constructed by Narasimha Brahmantu. Right. And Narasimha Brahmantu is the son of Narasimha Brahmantu. He is famous because of this temple. Kalishnara temple at Kanchi, short temple at Mamalapura. Next is Nandi Brahmantu. He is too famous because he built the Vaikunta Perumal temple at Kanchi. And after that, Aparajita. Aparajita is the last king, which will never be asked, okay, but just for personal information. Aparajita is the last king of the Pallavas, but Nandi Brahmantu, the second last king, remember him because of the Vaikunta Perumal temple at Kanchi. He built the Vaikunta Perumal temple at Kanchi. Right? Kanchi. I hope you never forget that. Vaikunta Perumal temple at Kanchi. See, you can add up all this. In this, you can ask me, discuss some of the temple architecture in South India. Put everything, Gupta, mix up. Okay. You just give the example. Kalishna temple, short temple, Mamalapura. No? Where am I supposed to go? Chalukyas of Gujarat, Vatapi, Kalyani. So many branches, right? So many branches. Chalukyas of Gujarat, Chalukyas of Vatapi, Chalukyas of Kalyani. See, you have so many branches. This is the last topic for you in the post-Gupta. Chalukyas, they are all Indians, and they are also part of the dynasty which rule in the post-Gupta. A small dynasty, but they have so many branches. Some rule from Gujarat, some from Vatapi means Karnataka. Okay, Vatapi means in Karnataka. Kalyani means Maharashtra. Kalyani means in Maharashtra. So many branches. Some in South India, some in West India. We shall never be asked. But remember, only one king. Chalukyas of Vatapi. Pulkishan II. Why he is too important? Pulkishan II is the greatest king of the Chalukyas who defeated King Harsha, which I have discussed with you earlier. Chalukyas, Pulkishan II is the greatest king of the Chalukyas. And remember, he's the man. He's the man who defeated, whom he defeated? King Harsha of the North India. And the ruin of this greatest king is described by I-hole inscription. I-hole inscription by boy Ravi Kirji. This is an inscription which is composed by King Boyd Ravi Kirti. And this I hold inscription discusses about the reign of Mulkisan II. Alright, too important. I hold inscription is a inscription written by poet Ravikirti, and it talks about the reign of who? Mulkisan II. Henza also visited the court of Chalukyas. Okay. Henza also visited the court of the Chalukyas, Mulkisan II. So Henza came to the court of which one? Which king? Mulkisan II, one more. What was 31? He also visited. It was Fahim. Henza was Mulkisan II. Alright, don't confuse it, too important. And I hold inscription is a present day Karnataka. I hold inscription might be as where is the very. Okay, it is like this. He sent an ambassador. Okay, question true. See, Mulkisan II is sometimes asked because he is the man who sent an ambassador to the Persian king, Khusran II. Khusran II. Khusran II is the king of the Persia is Iran king, alright? Khusran II is an Iran king. So he sent an ambassador to his court. Mulkisan II. And unfortunately, Mulkisan II is killed by the Pallavas. It was Narasimhavarman who killed him. It will never be asked, but it was Narasimhavarman who killed him. But this is the end. Okay, not to go too deep here. These are minor dynasty. We will stop here for today. So, high time. Now you go, relax. Evening, you start it, you study it. Yes. Amazing. 1.5 hours. Tomorrow is a break because we are public education. And from Friday, we'll start with early meeting. Right. But this section in here for you. How many time you have to spend? Plus 2 weeks. Whole week. Right. You study ancient. Focus on invest on ancient. Full month. And from August, you start review along the ball. Okay, integrated approach. Saturday, this report we're going to make to your respected society, union and connected. Alright, so please remember, it's a test for you. We will take your roll number. Roll call is too important. This is too important. We will personally call you up. Alright, if you're not coming. Because this is a test for you. The timing is 10 to 12. 10 to 12. 4 question is descriptive. And 25 question is MCQ. Ancient. Whatever I've done. And it's a long answer. Alright, it's a long answer. Come with a strong preparation. You try your best. You try your best. We'll see you class. Tomorrow is holiday. Check. Sis, from the stop it. Simple. This, balik natin.